But we can,
It's all in public.
we'll report back to the full board and.
I'm gonna bring this workshop meeting to order. I want to thank the selectmen for coming with us here in Millinocket. Before I get started, I want to remind the public that there's no public comment during this meeting. It's a workshop. And this time is solely reserved for discussion among the two governing bodies. And to provide just a little context, this meeting is to talk about recreation services. I want to make sure that our conversation tonight is about how we can move forward. We're not here to point fingers, lay blame, or criticize past actions, words, or assumptions. We're just we both know how we go. Tonight's meeting is about reestablishing a formal agreement to move forward and offering recreation services to our communities. It's not about the personnel, it's about our collaborative nature. Two municipalities, see how we can work together. So also, so the public knows that as governing bodies, we aren't voting on anything tonight. Anything that we discuss can't be finalized or won't be finalized. We both have to follow our municipal process of discussion, public input, voting during our regular meetings. It's just discussion. And just to recap, just where we are now, our current our contract expired June 30th. So we're not under contract currently. We have an invoice and paid for services provided for both July and August. And for several years, I think it's probably 20, Millinocket has been paying East Millinocket a stipend for their employee to provide administrative services, plan and implement programs for Millinocket. We see the immense value in continuing to partner with East Millinocket. We want this relationship to stay intact. And for that reason, to start the discussion, we would like to ask you, would you be willing to formally revisit the proposed swapping of roles, whereby Millinocket is the employer and you contract with us?
Madam Chair, before we get so we did one second.
We're suspended, stay in our retirement. That flag is right there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I apologize for that process and the time, even though it is the informal meeting.
Sorry, Louis.
Well,
So I know
you asked a question.
I did ask a question, and you will also see that you've been provided just with some copies of the previous contracts that we had and the letter. So,
all right.
The documents.
Well, it's going to be difficult to answer that question off the cuff here because it's the first time I've heard it. I didn't realize this was one of the topics of discussion tonight, but I mean, we're open for anything and I won't close any doors, but I'd like to think about that or maybe see what you're proposing before for us to give you an answer. But yeah, I think everything's on the table. So that is too.
Yeah, we realize that we're not going to come to any concrete answers tonight. It's discussion to see what you potentially would be open to. So I appreciate hearing that.
On that, because I saw, I think it was in the paper where you thought you had an agreement as far as I could take it over or be in the primary.
Well, we had a verbal discussion and thought that it was favorable to go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how would that look? Would it save a small amount of money or is it just reversal or how would that?
Would you like to address that, Councilor?
Sure. Just a brief recap. Last year when we had a small delegation meet with East Millinocket's delegation, that was already announced. That was discussed and it seemed favorable on both sides for at least a few months. And then for whatever reason, it became not favorable, which is fine. It's unfortunate that it wasn't communicated to the rest of your board, but literally it is just a flip flop of the contract as is now. Millinocket administration would assume duties and responsibilities of administrating all the duties of the director, and East Millinocket would contract with Millinocket. Same pay, same thing that we would be doing, vice versa. That's pretty much the,
And under that scenario, because we currently have someone in that position now, and I believe actually we got a letter of support Cody when we hired him, from Millinocket. Under that same scenario, would you just be bringing the staff up here as well, or?
well, that would be clearly, we've talked about that, and we're clearly in favor of maintaining the same director if he so chooses to be employed by the town of Millinocket. That would be our first choice. So that would be seamless. The whole process could be seamless.
Yeah, I know we'd have to retool the agreement.
Yeah.
The time on that, what it would look like, but.
Yeah.
That's our.
That would be our first proposition. Was our first proposition back then. Actually, it wasn't even, well, I don't even think that we were the originator of the idea, were we? Was we?
I-
That last conversation.
We'd like to
Last
meet
year.
with them.
What have been your problems with the way it is now?
Well, for one thing, we are looking to protect, grow the program a little bit, and so we want a staff person to be located out of the Millinocket office. We feel we have capacity to grow the program, and that's just the first step.
Thank you.
Okay,
It would be a financial benefit to the town of East Millinocket, I would assume, just by cost savings of contracting through Millinocket. As we have cost savings through contracting with PD and contracting other services, we've had a cost savings in the past, let's say 20 years.
okay.
Well, yeah, that's something I'd be very interested. I'm not, opposed to, or, very interested, because I like to see what that cost is. As you know, we did our commitment 38 mill rate, so very interested in seeing how we can still work together, but also save cost, not work to
Do you know what
the
you,
programs.
do you know what you pay on the administrative level for
No.
recreation services right now?
I don't know off the top of my head.
No, I don't either.
Well, what kind of costs you save with an administrative oversight?
Yeah. Oh,
So you
it's worth looking
don't
at.
have any communication with the recreation director?
And currently, we haven't currently that I'm aware of.
Seems though you could have a better program if you approached him and offer him.
I think Mr. Jameson said they come to 75.
Okay, we can see about that.
Also, the way the contract currently reads is that our administrator has no directive authority, am I correct, Peter? You don't have any direct authority over the recreation director to make requests, or you'd have to go through the administration on their end and.
It depends on the scenario. When it comes to programming events, facilities based in Illinois. Contract. And last. Disagree. Or council would have. Prior to this most recent. In the event. That to be. Full package. So. I think that the current salary. The rec is. Just shy. Town will not get. contributes $39,803. So the remainder of that salary plus whatever benefits package on top of that is this administration likely either even out or stay. I imagine with the cost of your benefits package and different salary, probably about 50. Here, in Philadelphia, our benefit package more expensive, more robust package. So, you know, we would be accruing the remainder of that salary plus the benefit. But we would actually be investing more money. If that.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because as the contract reads, it's just under 40,000.
Right.
Millinocket share towards East Millinocket, so.
Yep.
Which is the original price.
Right.
So this is the current contract?
This is the current.
Okay, and I thought it was, pretty sure it was.
It's not the signed copy.
No, well, no, it's not, but yeah, that's okay. So you're saying just reverse the word Millinocket and the word East Millinocket in the contract, and it's be, you don't think there'd be a lot of other changes to it other than that?
No.
Unless your side had some
Neither they won't.
changes that.
But the other piece would be, I think that this group wants to. Function, all three towns provided. When I'm understanding right now, rumor has it that they
Really?
so we're able to, you know, build this.
Yeah.
It, the, this. Advisory.
What the manager is talking at the advisory level so that we can collaborate and, you know, provide the best services for all the children in town area.
Well, that's good to hear that Medway would be interested as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we're going live, I'm sure.
Outreach.
Oh, yes.
it's the word on it.
And it would be a vision for us as moving forward.
You use the better.
Yeah, that's it.
The other portion that,
Interesting.
to think about that is the Millinocket assets that are, in my opinion, vast majority of where most of the rec services take place anyways. Millinocket Town Pool Complex is a sole asset, not a regional asset, that's being managed. Its employees are managed by the administrator, but the director is managed by East Millinocket. So that asset, we are interested as well as taxes and everything is being paid out of Millinocket citizens at the benefit of, because we get just as many citizens from Medway and East Millinocket that all come down and utilize the pool, and they're all welcome to, free of charge, of course. That whole rec complex with the new Skeeto lift that's coming in, I mean, there's a bunch of services we have. We would also like to
Regional.
have under the umbrella. But. So that kind of all makes sense, that we take control of our assets.
Well, what about ours?
And that would be in the.
We
agreement.
control those, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Control your
Yeah,
own.
I mean, I didn't even know that your town pool was still operational. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very much so.
So I would imagine.
Yeah. pool and the tennis courts and the basketball.
Absolutely,
courts
just
and all that
everybody
stuff.
maintain, I mean, Millinocket citizens don't pay for new painting and paving of your tennis courts or anything like that, just
No.
like you guys don't
Okay, here.
pay here, so that only makes sense to keep those separated.
Okay, because there are some, and if Medway was to follow, they have a fairly nice complex down there now too, that they're proud of and one, I'm sure wanna keep.
Absolutely, I respect that, yeah.
Yeah,
How does it work? Speak about assets as far as like the vehicle, recreation vehicle, the lease market, keep it. Not,
From our understanding, that belongs to you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so that, yeah, so that would change, you would have to take your responsibility.
All the current assets that's currently provided funding, reasonable lot, stay.
We have,
Straight.
we do have a vehicle that's a rec vehicle, we have a rec provider here. For own vehicle.
And how do you envision that regional recreation advisory committee working, equal amount, all three towns?
I think it needs to be developed, we're not quite sure yet.
Okay.
So we would want to draw up an MOU, we'd have to put some things on paper to
Yeah.
see what that relationship would look like.
On the table.
And then this is, at this stage, that's more conceptual than anything, that's
Right.
something that I believe Peter brought to us and we thought was a great idea. We would need buy-in, all the stakeholders from Easton.
you have a commission or a committee now that, how many members are on that?
7.
Seven? They're pretty active?
So they just,
Yeah.
maybe one,
During the.
Yeah, okay.
and it's advisory.
Yeah, well, we always had a rec committee too, but we haven't, it became kind of defunct over the years. And I don't think we don't even have a.
No, we don't.
No, but we did have for a long time, a committee that was advisory. Only, and this would be the same idea, right? A joint committee for
Yeah,
advisory.
you just want to increase communication, make sure there's ongoing communication and that, you know, we can share our assets and the children from the three communities can continue to be involved in all the programs.
Yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable to me.
Hell, all
So in the essence of time, and not to, I know you said that you needed to leave this issue, but
That's good. These guys can stay.
they can still hold down the board. We're hearing favorable that you would be willing to more, you know, so next steps would be perhaps like recreate a draft of this and block.
Then let us
Absolutely.
redline it and
Yeah.
whatever, yeah, sure.
Because we know you need to go back to, you know,
Oh, yeah,
your full board and have your conversations.
Yeah, I'm favor, look, you know, I have no problem with it. I don't know about the other two.
no,
No,
like
we
I say,
don't-
there's no sense closing
Yeah.
doors now, they try to leave them open and if it works. It works, we should do it, yeah.
And we know you have two of your members on here, they have further questions.
They will,
Yeah.
so, sure, yeah,
Absolutely, yeah,
yeah,
we would want them to, yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
benefit is those two selectmen were at the original meeting, so they would know the original proposal, you know. So I mean, that's a benefit. and-
Yeah.
so you met with them already then,
Oh, yes, last year, yeah.
last year. Okay,
What was in like November of the,
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
I think, yeah.
and you actually discussed this
Oh, yeah.
scenario? Okay.
That when you went down the fireboat, get the car painted.
That was,
Yeah.
that was in the town office,
We were in East Millinocket.
Eastern Longest
Yeah.
office, yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring this back to them. Are you gonna work up a proposal then? MOU or whatever it is that.
Oh,
Well, a new contract for you to redline or to go through.
Yeah,
that as well.
Well, I don't know what we would need an MOU if we're gonna go ahead. with-
we may not,
The advisory committee. And
for the time being, we're working under, the MOU that,
So,
Yeah.
so there, yeah, I guess we need to go back to that discussion as far as we had proposed an MOU just to carry on services as is until we have a new agreement in place.
so you anticipate this could happen very rapidly? Right? Oh. Okay. That's what you'd like?
We will.
In a perfect
Yeah,
world.
In a perfect world, right, in a perfect world, or, whatever the process needs to take so that you have a chance to talk about it, and we talk about it, vote on it. And doing it in a responsible manner.
Well, we got some explaining to do. Our absent board members and our administrator and probably to the director too.
So I'm wondering, and I'll just say this out loud, because we did propose like, maybe we do need an MOU just to carry on services month to month.
Well, this one's not. No termination date, is there?
No,
Just anytime we don't want to do it anymore, you don't want us to, so I don't know why we can't keep on with this unless it's out of whack for your budget or whatever, but I don't see where it would be.
So what document are you looking at, Tony?
Well, the current one that we have, you're paying us a stipend. Yeah, I mean, that can continue till we do something different, right?
So because the current contract ended in June, and then we provided you with an MOU to consider, potential MOU to consider, when we suggested that we would go out, hire our own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so we're not gonna go that route now. We're gonna work with you for the.
I see, okay.
But we wanna
I
make sure that
didn't
we-
quite understand that.
Yeah, we wanna
Okay.
make sure that we do business as usual, month to month, and
Mhm.
receive the services.
Yeah, but you've been operating under
We've been
that.
operating under that,
Yeah.
yes,
It's-
and in good faith.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I realized last year, I think it wasn't until October that we actually signed it, and this might even be dated October, so we
Yeah.
have a history, I think, of being a little bit late on getting this. But that's been in past years when there hasn't, we knew it was gonna continue without a glitch.
The difference right now is that. We did receive services and. And invoices for those by August. The service.
So August was the last time you were invoiced from us?
Services, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that sounds strange, but okay. Yeah,
This year.
yeah, but this was under a monthly thing, wasn't it?
We had, since the contract had expired, we were suggesting to go.
Yeah.
Until we could work out a new agreement.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
Since that communication. Once that communication was sent. We. Services. At a.
So you're not receiving any services from, okay. Well, I didn't know that, but I guess this I didn't need to, yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're holding up. It's,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Right now, but, right, so we, for this fiscal year.
Mhm.
Monthly amount. By.
In August, yeah.
Since. So.
All right, that's,
Businesses and your basketball.
Yeah, because as you know, Peter, when the governor was up here for her regional thing, that's one of the things she actually mentioned recreation. With collaborating together on recreation, school.
mhm.
Yeah, and that's whole intention,
Didn't fall into
the collaboration.
I ask Deb a question, might put her on the spot, because I believe you talk about, because you know, we got the salary. But the benefits, is that for East, that hasn't changed much, is it 40 or %? Remember? Benefit cost,
Probably like percentage of even though especially from.
yeah, but you can't remember what that was, but it's really.
At the end of the third.
Okay.
Just for clarity and thoughts, so, we're gonna work on revising the contract for you to look at and like the red line, Tony, or figure out what that needs to be. Do we need, I just like some other input, do we need an MOU short term to be able to give you to go month to month until a new contract's in place?
I don't know. I thought we might, but since you say you're not getting any services now, what is it gonna be? What's it gonna say, you know?
It could be now. That, the one that's on the table
Okay,
references all the contents within service agreement.
Right.
That's been inclusive.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
So, like, for example, you were. You reinstated and continued with the whole.
Okay.
Whatever contract.
Okay.
agreement
Yep. Right.
over.
No, I guess.
Actually, our next meeting is October 28th.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
No, normally would be next week, but we have vacations involved with staff and had to delay it.
so I mean, the good thing right now, fall programs are underway and they're volunteer led, and so they're happening, so things are happening. Right, and things are happening, or not in, yeah.
And do you have, I'm kind of curious, because it sounds like you're gonna be doing a lot more up here as far as recreational activities for the kids in the, hopefully the region. Do you have a list of some of the stuff that you plan on doing as well, or?
No, that's a great question, but not yet. It's
Yeah.
all sort of in theory and in thought and,
Yeah.
you know, the wish list at this point until, you know, we get the capacity here and we can kind of direct that and see where to go. So, we have high hopes.
Okay. We can take this information back and maybe have a discussion with the rest of the board and with the town administrator and you're gonna work on some proposals, a proposal anyway. And we'd be interested to see some numbers, you know, that always helps when the numbers are beneficial. But hopefully the whole thing's beneficial to everybody and we'll get the advantages of a town with a few more facilities that can be used by our citizens, and you can come down and use ours too. Yeah.
Yeah, because that police contracts worked out well, I thought, so. Getting a little bumpy, but it worked out well, so. I don't know if Charlie's got any questions or not.
Not yet, I will have, but not yet.
Yeah, no, I think this has been a great first meeting on this, and we will follow up on the action items that we have spoken about. And we will make sure we maintain open and clear communication going forward so they can benefit all our.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the same.
Will
You
you,
said that,
will you have the new program written by the 28th?
we should, as far as contract agreement,
Yeah.
I think that we can.
Draft anyway.
But that
We
will,
get some time since it's not 28th, it's not next week.
that'll speed it up.
Yes, yeah, I think that'll be good. So it is 6 o'clock, we'll adjourn. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I get to.
That was quick. I like these meetings.
They don't have them all.
Yeah.
Let me give you